Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Keith and you're watching Barber's Auto Help. In this video, I've got a great example of why it's so very important in some instances to replace the intake manifold whenever swapping an engine due to catastrophic engine failure. And typically the type of catastrophic engine failure that will require the intake manifold to be replaced would be upper end engine failure. Upper end would include like your cylinder heads and your valve train. Now, in some instances, you could have lower end engine damage involving the cylinders or the pistons that could allow a little bit of debris to be ingested into the intake manifold, and in those cases, it would also be suggested to replace the intake manifold as well. What you're looking at right here is an intake manifold that came off of a Ford 5.4 liter 3-valve Triton engine. And of course, this engine failed catastrophically. One of the valves actually dropped into one of the cylinders, beat up the top of the piston, and kind of ruined everything. Now, some people may think, why should I have to replace the intake manifold because of this? Doesn't air go into the intake manifold, then into the cylinder, and then out through the exhaust? So if any debris were to be developed, wouldn't that just go out the exhaust? Not necessarily in all cases. As you can see here, as I borescope the inside of this intake manifold, there's bits of metal everywhere inside there. And the way that this intake manifold is designed, it's going to be near impossible to get all that debris out of the intake. If I were to put this intake manifold on a new engine, there's a good chance that that debris is going to be sucked into the new engine and cause damage. Now, not in every instance are you going to have to replace the intake manifold due to catastrophic engine failure. There are intake manifolds out there that have a much more simplistic design, which allows for easy cleaning. Typically, whenever you receive your used engine, remanufactured engine, or new engine, it will have tags on it or information that accompany the engine that will let you know if it's required to replace the intake manifold or clean the intake manifold. And it would behoove you to follow those instructions and recommendations. It's quite a miserable situation when you spend all the money and go through all the effort to replace your engine only to find out that the new engine was ruined because you didn't replace the intake manifold or clean it out properly. I've personally seen it happen several times, and believe me, it's not a happy situation. So just a brief warning for you guys. Let's slow down just a bit, read all the information that comes with our new engines, and let's do a good job. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Also, please read the entire description below this video before you apply any of this knowledge. There may be some things I need to clarify. That's where I do that. And please read the disclaimer at the very end of it. Thank you again. Please like and subscribe.